Listen here, girl. I know you think it's a game, but it is absolutely not. Okay, this is the energy supplement from Just Move Supplements. That's right. It's damn near all gone, girl, and that's because I had to get that energy up so I can complete the workout, so I can give y'all this body, this transformation, get into it. Okay, and I'm done working out now, so that's why we're moving on to the protein shake. Oh yes, it's already in there, girl. It's already made right here. This is the mixture of the banana pudding, the chocolate cake, and the buttercream cupcake. And you really want to be fancy, you can go ahead and add that blueberry muffin if that's what you want to do, girl. But for me, it's these three right here. Okay, you put that with some almond milk, you mix it all up, and honey, okay, your muscles have gained life, new energy, agility. Get into it, okay? Just Move Supplements. Thank you very much. Hold up, Chief. Okay, don't forget about that TLC NutriBurst to get that multivitamin probably, because we all need a little extra. And child, if you want that sea moss that go down smooth, don't come up rough, okay? Get into the TLC Nautica sea moss. Yes, get that from me. And child, if your stomach hurt and you need to move some things around so you can be free, okay, go ahead and get that ISOT down below in the description box. Get it all from me. Come on in, come on in, come on in, not come on in, not come. Sorry, y'all know I'm weird, whatever.
Hey everybody, what's up? It's your girl BondyBlue. So let's go ahead. Hey everybody, what's up? It's your girl BondyBlue. Okay, follow me on Instagram and let's get into the video, right?
Listen, what's going on, people? Hi, everybody. How y'all doing? What's going on? Hey, what's going on? Thank you, Saki, for coming through to moderate. Hey, Simply Telly, Ariana, hi. Definitely ready for the video. Fam or fiance ain't really give a lot. Yeah, no, it didn't. Child, this couple didn't need to come with dramatics. They had ailments. Hey, y'all, what's going on, Quasia? The weekend on was pretty dry for me. Kind of disappointed because there was hardly anything watchable on reality TV. I know, you guys. So I'm really going to do the bestest that I can to entertain you people, okay? I'm going to do the bestest that I can. And listen, honey, hold up. I need to get my mouse. Okay. They didn't give a lot, but that's okay because this is just a precursor for us to get into Portia's crazy ass and, you know, Dennis Daddy. And then, of course, Real Housewives of Potomac, Nicki Minaj getting in everyone's asses, okay? And then also getting on Twitter in everyone's asses. And then, you know, all the bandwagon bullshit that happens thereafter. Child, I'm tired of all of them. Okay, tired of all of them. But let's go ahead and start with family or fiance, y'all. Without any further ado, how y'all doing? I'm glad to see y'all. All right. Hope everybody's having a good day. Hope they're having a work day. Good work day. I was listening to a whole other podcast and got this alert. Had to pause in to come check out Bondi. Come on. Come on. Show me the love. I appreciate it. I be needing it, child. I be needing it. Y'all don't know. All right. So family or fiance had Kamisha and Rashad. And here's the thing about Kamisha and Rashad, okay? This was not about Kamisha and Rashad. This is about Rashad and his mama. Okay? So let's go ahead and pull up the notes so that I can just read to you guys what's being said. Family or fiance, Kamisha and Rashad. Kamisha has multiple sclerosis, aka MS. Okay, she is weak on one side. There are some days where she loses sense of taste, smell. She gets vertigo really bad. Child, listen. My mom get vertigo sometimes, and I know what it's like to be nauseous and dizzy. So I feel like, yeah, that's not good. Oh Lord. You be thankful sometimes for your body doing what it's supposed to do and giving what it's supposed to give. I'm grateful because sometimes your body really don't have to do what you want it to do. It don't. And this is a perfect example of that. But the girl is still beautiful, and she was still cute. And it was amazing to watch someone with MS kind of just move and have such a positive attitude. So I really did like Kamisha for that. And the thing about Rashad is Rashad had a family member with MS, so he knows how to take care of someone who has MS, okay? Now, Kamisha was in a relationship with a man when she found out about the multiple sclerosis, and he left because he could not deal with it. And so then she finds Rashad, and Rashad absolutely can deal with it. On top of that, Rashad was married prior. And they never got into specifics about what happened with his ex-wife. But either way, at one point, she withheld the kids from him. For 5 weeks, he did not see his children. And come to find out, the children were spending time with his mother. And his mother was spending time with the ex. And so he feels that his mother has betrayed him in some way and really doesn't want to deal with her. And Rashad's dad and cousin don't like that. He even referred to her as Mrs. Ward when she came in the door. Hey, how you doing, Mrs. Ward? Because obviously you ain't my mama if you taking somebody else's side who's trying to hurt me. And a lot of times, even though I understand when people are coming from with these types of situations, I personally have dealt with something in the family similar. And to me, the mama was handling the situation wrong. The mama was absolutely handling that situation wrong. I don't like when women are allowed to use their children as, I don't know, some way to hurt, a weapon against the father, or a weapon against family members. If you don't go along with my bullshit, if you don't go along and validate whatever whims I'm on, then I'm not going to let you see your grandchildren, or I'm not going to let you see your child. And I just kind of feel like that shit is so disgusting and so toxic. And I am over women doing that. I'm really over it. Ma'am, get over it. Y'all are not together anymore. If the man is not harming his children, there is no reason whatsoever for you to withhold your children from the father, because it gives the illusion that you have more rights to your children than the father does. And even though we all know that women take more of a part, and because we share our body with our children, it's a different connection, but that does not negate the fact that a child needs two parents. And when you decide that you're going to wield your children as a weapon against their father by withholding those children from him for a month, you're not even realizing the damage that you're doing to your children when they can't see their father for a month. It doesn't even matter to you that hurts the child, right? All that matters is that you get to control who gets to see the children. And I just feel like that's so toxic and fucked up. And I've seen it play out. And I feel like his mom handled the situation wrong. She definitely did not speak up on her son's behalf or do what I think she should have done, which is had the children by her house and then called her son over there to come and see his kids. You want to come and see your kids? Come see your kids. Because she's not going to tell me my son can't come to my fucking house. Like, that conversation is not going to happen. So I feel like, I don't know what grandma was on. I don't know what happened in a relationship, but her saying that she was trying not to pick a side when she obviously, to me, picked a side when you decided to aid in the grandchildren not seeing their father, to me. Okay. So I understand how Rashad feels, but Rashad's mom says that she isn't involved in their relationship. And if she said something, the girl would have kept the kids away from her. And all she cared about was her grandchildren. And I said, well, that's a problem. That's a problem. Because you should also care about your son. I'm just saying, y'all, I know good fathers. I know men who it hurts them to not be able to see their kids. And I just, that's just upsetting. Then she got an order of protection. Sometimes it can extend to the kids too. Aha. But he said that he was supposed to get the kids. She was supposed to drop the kids off to him, and she never did. That's what he said. He said she was supposed to drop the kids off twice to him, and she didn't do it. So to me, that says that he was supposed to have access to his children. Yeah, but I have seen a situation when the mama withhold kids from the parent just to keep connection with them rather than no contact. Sad. Exactly. Some moms like to control how dads parent, and when they complain about the men being irresponsible or other negative traits, I always think you choose these men to father your kids. Exactly. You chose to father a child. So now take the responsibility of having to navigate co-parenting with someone that you're not exactly happy about the way they parent. Well, that's a conversation you should have had. So this is a consequence and a repercussion. And that's just what it is. You know what I'm saying? Like, put it aside. For who? For the kids. Okay. My husband had a similar situation with his BM, and he went 7 months no contact because she got a boyfriend. The kid was so confused and it was sad. Yeah, that's some fucked up shit. That's some fucked up. Yeah, that's so messed up to me. That is so messed up to me. I could not imagine if somebody had withheld, one of my parents from me growing up. You know what I'm saying? In that way. It's not that easy to keep someone from their kids. There is more to this story. Is it not? Is it not? I'm sorry, Callie Nola. I'm going to have to disagree with you on that. I absolutely feel like it is easier than you think because men don't want to go to court, especially black men. Black men do not go into they do not like going to court. They will sit there and not have access to their children and argue back and forth with a woman, okay? Or detach from the situation completely in a way, or go through the grandparents or whoever because they don't want to have to deal with the mom. Like, y'all, I'm not talking about something I haven't seen. So I definitely feel like it is that simple sometimes. It is absolutely easy like that for women to control the situation. Definitely, if they were under court orders, she would have been in contempt. Then he made it easy to detach, go to court. Been through it. Okay? Listen, it's really ridiculous. It really is. Then they said she tell the kids they still together. That was weird as fuck. Yeah, see, all of that, girl, let it go. I can't stand when a woman is so thirsty behind a man that she puts all common sense to the back door. I cannot take that. Girl, that man don't want you no more. It don't even matter if you still want him. He don't want you no more. And there's nothing more depressing than a woman running and pining after a man that don't want her. That is, I don't like seeing that, girl. I'm going to just have to tell you. So at dinner, everyone marvels at how well Kamisha is getting around with the MS. And then they get into his mother saying that she did not know his ex was keeping the kids from him. And I'm like, Rashad, I don't believe that. All she cared about was being there for the kids. And Kamisha's dad said, so you don't care about your son? I love Kamisha's dad in this moment because he was saying everything I was saying. After Rashad's cousin tells him that he needs to forgive his mom, I was like, I also agree with the cousin because the cousin brought a lot of good points into play. At the end of the day, you have made mistakes in your life. Your mom has made mistakes with the way she handled the situation. But at the end of the day, that's your mom. That's your mom who made sacrifices, who did for you, who put her feelings to the side many a times for you. So it only seems right to allow your mom this fuck up. Allow your mom this fuck up. Now, if something like this happens in the future, then that's one thing. But I also feel like his mom had to come to him and say that she wanted their relationship because it made him feel like he did not matter to her. So he needed to feel that their relationship was important to his mom in order for him to let it go, I feel like. Okay. But Rashad talks to his mom. He says the ex filed an order of protection against him, and she was supposed to have his kids, and she never dropped them off to him. So 5 weeks goes by, and then he finds that his mom has seen the kids the whole time. She says she didn't know he was going through that. Like I said, I don't believe her. He was hurt. She says from now on, that part can be separate. And in her eyes, she was just helping her relationship, with the grandchildren. But now she understands that she needs to stop helping his ex. Kamisha and her mom talk about the MS because Kamisha wants to get pregnant and have a child, and a medication to get pregnant while on MS can cause issues with the MS, apparently. So her mom wanted to understand that. They had a conversation about that. Everybody gave their blessing. Boom, bow, pow, it's over. So it wasn't even that much, but it definitely, made this baby mama withholding the child situation the forefront. And we didn't even have all of the information that we needed. But I still feel like, he needed to let that go with his mom. Listen, I don't disagree, Callie. I do not disagree that if you choose to detach from your children, that's on you. I don't disagree. It doesn't seem like Rashad did that. You know what I'm saying? So in this situation, this specific situation, and also in the one that I have in my mind, it's not always that simple. And as well as I do, especially in New Orleans, it's not always that simple because niggas be into shit. Niggas don't want to go to court because they be into shit. But at the same time, these women don't have a problem with being with niggas who are into shit. Do you see what I'm saying? I do believe there's more to the story. Why does she have an order of protection? I don't know. But to me, nobody has said that Rashad hurt anybody. Nobody has said that. So to me, it seems as if she probably got an order of protection out of spite. And depending on where they live and what the judges in the system is like, it is very easy for a mother to go in there and say, oh, I'm scared because he threatened me. He said, she said, you don't have enough money for a good lawyer. You got a public defender, whatever, and the shit ends up getting put through. It's very easy sometimes. I mean, we see how often the criminal justice system or the justice system, period, does not work in favor of Black men or Black people, period, Black families, period. So I feel like even though there may be more to the story, we can still say that if that man is seeing his kids now, which he said, he's still going through this custody battle with her. To me, nobody said that, he shouldn't be around his kids. And it seemed like he had seen his kids since then. So that probably means that he's allowed to see those kids, which means he probably has not done anything to harm those kids, which means he should have been seeing his kids. And withholding those kids for 5 weeks is all I need to know about what the baby mama is on. Because you got to be especially a vindictive type of woman to not want to relinquish 3 damn children to their daddy for 5 weeks. So you mean to tell me you wasn't ever tired enough for a break? That man said he went down to the police station every day. Do you hear me? They said he went down to the police station every morning and they co-signed it. It was like he sure did. He went through a hard time with her in the kids and all of that. So it was something going on, but it definitely made me believe that whatever was going on, it was probably because that lady did not want to let that man go. Especially if the mom family backs her lies or makes statements, false reports against the dad. I've seen that happen also. I thought he said he held those kids for 5 weeks twice. Okay, listen, I'm trying. Yes, both adults are responsible for raising the child, and the decisions are ultimately up to both. The child ends up suffering for the thoughtless decisions of the parents. Yes, absolutely. Hey, Hannah. Yeah, I just, listen, I could be totally wrong about this situation, and I'm fine with that. I could definitely be just projecting the shit that I've seen in my own life. That's fine. But at the same time, y'all, this situation was just more so about that. And I really wish they would have brought the ex or somebody to speak for the ex-child. Somebody should have came on that wanted to clarify more of this situation for us, because we was all confused. Okay? That lady was scorned. He said himself they were still together. Right. Yeah, if the accused doesn't show to court, then it's possible to be dismissed, denied, or approved, depending on. That's what I was also thinking. You agree with the grandmother? Hannah, you would be wrong then. You would be wrong to not call your son and tell him that his children is over here by your house if he wants to see them. If he's been going down to a police station and being in emotional pain because he missed his children. A lot of things are missing in this story. Yeah, but I don't have time to be searching for what's missing. I have to search for what is there. And what is there is that you felt the need to apologize for it. Okay? And the man can't be that fucked up, okay? Because at the end of the day, he was still trying to get his children. He said he went to the police station. If he had done something wrong, why would he go to the police station every day about trying to get his kids? Why would he do that? What you mean? This is Kamisha. This is Rashad. What's wrong? Kamisha, Rashad mama. Rashad mama. Nobody else really matters in this situation, okay? Nobody else really said nothing, okay? Grandma was stubborn to me. To me, it seemed like I don't want to not be able to see my grandchildren, so I'm going to go along with this girl's bullshit because I don't want to upset her because she's the one with the grandchildren. That's what that shit sounded like to me, okay? That's what I thought I heard, okay? My 95-year-old granny said that mama was wrong. I think, come on, grandma was wrong, okay? Imagine your husband leave you, move on, and wants you to act like you're cool with your kids at his mistress' house 3 months later. Let me tell you something. Y'all confuse me. Cause see, I'm not this type of person. There are a lot of y'all that let y'all feelings get in the way of doing what's right. And I'm not one of those people a lot of the times, especially not about no damn children. I don't give a fuck. If Lyric decided one day after we have children that he don't want to be with me no more, but we have children, we have 3 children together, you gonna come get these fucking children. You're not going to leave me and then leave me responsible to be the only one taking care of 3 children. No. I don't give a fuck. If you're staying with your mama, okay? Or if you were staying with her, let me meet her. I need to know who she is and what's going on with her before I let my kids go over to her house. That's fine. But I'm not about to withhold children for 5 weeks because he didn't decide that he wanted to move on with another bitch. Move on with the bitch. I'm not, y'all gonna understand something about me. A nigga don't need to tell me nothing more than once. Oh, you don't want to be together no more? I guess I'll just have to cry in the car. I'll have to cry in the tub, bitch. I'll cry in the shower. Okay? Mama, come over here so you can facilitate these meetings with this man and his child, because I don't have no time for this shit. Come facilitate this meeting, because if I see him, I'ma kill him. Facilitate the meeting with the children. Y'all gonna miss me. Y'all gonna miss me. Okay, because I'm sorry, y'all. I have said this several times, y'all. When it comes to these kids, I don't give a fuck what's going on. Come get your kid. We can have a problem. We can be fucked up all day. But if I know that you love your children, come get your children. I know you're not going to put your children in harm's way. Come get your children. I am not going to have 3 children by myself for a whole fucking month without a break to prove something to some nigga in the bitch he with. No. My children safe? Come get your children. Y'all. 3 kids? Girl, bye. Exactly. Their relationship ain't got nothing to do with me. If we done, we done. But I bet you any money, I did not marry a man that I believe, and I'm saying this because, hey, you never know, but I am not having children with a man that I believe would decide, okay, we're no longer together And then literally 2 weeks later, he got my kids at somebody else's house. I don't think that would ever happen, first of all. I'm not with a man like that. Lyric not about to move on that fast. And if Lyric is moving on, I knew months before Lyric was moving on. Like, we don't have that type of setup. Because to me, I feel like that's part of what's missing is that man probably didn't want to be with that lady for a long time before they got to that point. Before that man moved out and moved on to the next bitch, it probably was not that much time. Okay? But the time period that they were in the relationship and he didn't want to be with her, I bet you that was a long time. And she knew it and she kept trying to keep him. And he kept staying until one day he said, guess what? I'm done. And it always just takes another person. It just takes an outside person to show you that you can get treated better or that you can have a better option in a relationship for you to pack your shit and be gone in 2 weeks. That's all it takes. And guess what? A woman with respect for herself will be like, I'm going to cry in the shower for that whole fucking 2 weeks, but you come get these kids. I'll cry. I'll be upset. I'll burn some of the shit you left. Okay? I'll punch walls. I'll take up a kickboxing class, bitch. I will work on this anger, but what I won't do is allow it to keep my children from being with their father. I believe he is fighting for custody. That's what he said. That was at the end of the episode. He is still in the ongoing fight for custody of his children. I think that's probably why they couldn't even give a lot of detail, is because it's an ongoing situation. Yes, exactly. The only time keeping the kids away is appropriate is a matter of safety, mentally, emotionally, and physically. That's why I want to know what's up with the restraining order and mama taking her side. I understand where you're coming from, but at the same time, the mama, I'm sorry, y'all. There's something about the way the mama handled the situation that made me feel like she was just scared that old girl was going to keep the kids from her, and she didn't want that to happen. I'm sorry. It does not make me feel like this man was putting anybody in danger. And I feel like that's what y'all are saying. Y'all are assuming that he must have put the kids or the woman in danger, which is why his mama was choosing her side, which is why he didn't have his kids. Y'all feel like that, right? That's what y'all are saying. But we're going to kind of ignore the fact that he's caring enough to be there for a woman with MS. I'm just saying. And the mom said that it can be separate and she misses her relationship with her son, which made me feel like, so your son didn't do anything wrong then. Exactly. I think grandma just played nice with the ex so that she can see the grandchildren, y'all. The bitterness she got hurt. To me, that's what it came off as. You mad that he didn't moved on. But like y'all said, we don't know because a lot is missing. Y'all know I'm never a person that's scared to be wrong about anything. But let's go ahead and move on because we've been talking about it long enough, child. Let's get into Ready to Love because it wasn't girl. Ready to Love is boring as fuck this season. Is it only me? Talk to me, y'all. Granny was like she wanted to see her grandkids uninterrupted, right? Yeah, but when you don't call the son to tell him that the kids are by you when it's been 5 weeks and he hasn't seen those kids, like you mean to tell me not once that you say, hey, they over here, come over here and come see him for a little while. You know what I'm saying? Like that's what I would do. But whatever. Especially if I know that my son loves his children. Like there's no way that I would not allow that, to happen. But like I said, let's move on from there. So Ready to Love. Ready to Love didn't even add the 2 extra people that they added to the cast on here. And that's okay because one of them left. We needed Sean to go. There was no reason for Sean to be there. Okay. Sean looked like, he was out here trying to find a woman to take care of him. But let's go ahead and get into it. So this episode, they meet with the friends. Okay. So Walter meets Sabrina's 5 closest friends because Sabrina has a shitload of closest friends, okay? They ask if he has the same type of connection that he has with Sabrina with anyone else. And he says, no, he isn't really feeling anyone as much as he's feeling Sabrina. I said, oh, is that a fact? Okay. Then they meet Sean and the vibe is totally different. Sean says he wants a Claire Huxtable, but that he can only pay a bill or two. It's like, sir, I need for you to understand that Claire Huxtable would not have chosen a man that could only pay a bill or two. Claire Huxtable was married to Heathcliff Huxtable, who she met in college, who then became a doctor when she was becoming a lawyer. Do we not understand the mindset of a woman? Niggas is not always just choosing women. Women have to choose these men, especially Claire Huxtable. Claire Huxtable chose Cliff Huxtable. Understand that, okay? And he had to be a certain type of person. So, yeah, Sean, you can only take care of two bills. Heathcliff Huxtable not only took care of the bills, had 5 children, and had a private practice beneath their house, but owned a brownstone in New York. Do you see how that doesn't match up? Okay, let's go ahead and move on. He made a comment about not wanting to hurt Sabrina in the future. And one of her homegirls was like, I'm trying to understand how that makes sense, because if you're being open and honest about who you are and your feelings now, how are you going to hurt her in a few months? And he was just like, well, it's happened before. It's happened where, I unintentionally hurt someone. And it just all sounded like bullshit. And then when the homeboy asked for it, him to make it make sense, he was like, real G's don't say make it make sense. I said, they don't? Excuse me, what is a real G? Person who can only pay 1 or 2 bills? What is a real G? Like, you can obviously tell Sean's mentality is fucked up. You have a fucked up mentality for a 44-year-old man is what I'm feeling. And do you know, when I saw it, when he came out with the shirt open, I said something isn't right. Okay? Make it make sense means make the bullshit that you're saying to me sound like it makes sense, because I know it's bullshit. I know it's a lie, but I want you to say it in a way that I can believe it. That's what make it make sense means. Okay? But obviously, if you could do that, you would be able to pay more than 1 or 2 bills. All right. So one of the homegirls says that he sounds like he's playing games. He says in the past, he has hurt women unintentionally. I said, that sounds like you have like reckless abandon with the bitch's feelings. And then you're like, oh my God, it was an accident. It's like, no, you're a dickhead. So y'all, then Naeem and Zadia's friends meet and talk. And they ask what's wrong with him. Why is he single? He says he's just been unlucky in love. And they ask what his type. And basically he likes a, intelligent, beautiful, fit woman like Zadia. Y'all, Zadia blew me this episode. Was it only me? I've been thinking about going back to school to be a counselor, to be a psychologist. I've been thinking about it. It's in my mind. It's in my mind. I'm not even gonna lie. Okay, it's in my mind. But yes, y'all, was I the only one that felt like Zadia was on some type of bullshit? Like, I don't know what it was. Maybe she was getting a bad edit. I want to understand. Like, maybe Zadia was getting a bad edit, but I felt like Zadia was on some type of bullshit. The whole episode, I was just like, okay, you're really, yes, it seems like she has anger issues. I don't know what that's about. Oh my God, moving on. We'll get back to it. Cornelius meets Camille's friends, and the first thing they talk about is him not wanting to have sex before marriage. And Camille's friends let it be known that they have not known their friend to wait for sex. And then she says, honestly, I would kind of want to try the D first. And I was like, but you was talking all that saved, sanctified, and filled with virginal Holy Ghost when Courtney was saying that she wanted to test drive the dick. Okay? And see, this is what annoys me about Camille. Camille, this is why you say you're a black widow. It's because you fake in front and pretend to be what you think a man wants until you get him. And then you start to showcase all of the real shit about yourself. And I'm just looking at Cornelius like, do you need a beard this bad, Cornelius? Like, I'm probably like, stretch. And I'm cool with that. But I'm trying to understand why you're interested in Camille. Because once that woman called you stupid in country, I was just trying to understand why you would go back for that type of emotional abuse. Was your mother emotionally abusive, Cornelius? Make me understand why you are still interested in Camille at this juncture, because I don't understand. She's a liar. She's a fronter, as far as I can tell. Okay. Now, I heard she was in the old girl Jamie's live in the chat and all of that. And, she often is in the chat and she doesn't take things personal. And that's great. But I have to wonder, like, what's going on? It's not making sense for me. I'm going to just go ahead and tell you it's coming out fake fugazi as fuck. Okay. And weird that you would pretend to be, a church girl for him. Girl, all right, let me move on. Listen. Anyway, let's go ahead and move on from there. Her friends say that she has had commitment issues in the past, that Camille is the runaway bride. When he leaves, her friends say that he is too nice and she is going to eat him up. And I was just kind of like, is he too nice, or is he another one? I feel like that's showing a representative. I don't know, but Cornelius, like, something about Cornelius is disingenuous to me. I don't care how beautiful your teeth are. And trust me, I do love me some beautiful teeth. But I do not trust men that when they are being berated by a bitch, they're sitting there showing all of their teeth smiling, because I want to know what's going on in your mind right now. Like, you laughing, but I know that this is not funny to you. I don't know. But let's move on. So Sydney, y'all know Sydney is the new girl, and her friends meet up with Frank. And her gay husband asks, what are one of his toxic traits? Y'all, Frank actually looked like the gay friend. Was I the only one that felt like the gay husband and Frank looked alike? Like they could have been brothers or something? Like, it was weird. Anyway, Frank says that in the past, he has done too much too soon with women. I'm like, yeah, I definitely felt that off of you when I first saw you. So I'm glad my feelings be hitting. Sydney wants to be sweated. She wants to be smothered. So that's not an issue for her. And I'm like, yeah, we want that when we want that from a certain person. But I also feel like no matter how much you like somebody, too much thirstiness or too much weird shit, too much extra shit can turn somebody off. I'm a Gemini. It's very easy to turn me off. I remember I had a crush on this dude. It's so funny because he was a club promoter. But I had a crush on this dude since I was a kid, right? We started messing around. We weren't really dating. He would get me in a club. We would talk and take me upstairs and, make out or whatever. And this one time, he's like, licking through my fucking stockings or some shit. Like, it was just a lot going on. And it was low-key a turn off to me to have somebody do all of that in my, in my energy, like at one time, but then any other time, there's like total detachment. And that's weird to me. So that made me feel like, okay, this is not what I want. Thank you though. You know what I'm saying? And things happen, you have experiences and you move on. But when he said he does too much too soon, I was like, yeah, because even though you're nice looking and all of that, there is I do extra because I low-key feel lame. So I do extra. And some women, that's a turn off too. Okay. So, right. Yep, they did. Frank, that freaky deaky dude from the right. Is it just me? Okay. So y'all feel me, bartenders, and can't find love girl by. She wants to be on TV. Right. She's beautiful. So yeah, no, she wants to be on TV. That's funny. I'm a Capricorn and it's the same for me. I turn off easily. I write off quickly. Yes, child. We know about you Capricorns. Y'all don't give a fuck. I think Sydney had on hella bronzer that transferred to Frank's lips when he kissed her. Okay. And he went back for more. Child. But yes, her friends felt like he was giving pageant answers. I don't know if I felt it was pageant answers as much as all of this shit seems fake. So Dante meets Mumin's friends, and then not too long after, Walter shows up. And Dante looks confused, but he holds Mumin's hand under the table, and it soothes her nerves. Meanwhile, Walter is over there feeling closed off. And, I was like, because this is weird. Why are they there at the exact same time like this? Why didn't Walter know? Like, I feel like Walter had no idea. The men didn't know what they were walking into, and I don't know why. Like, I don't know. Frank's behavior is very performative. Exactly. Which makes me wonder if he's one of those, I pretend to be a nice guy. And then as soon as you do something that makes me feel like you're not appreciative of my nice guy energy, I become a total fucking asshole. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, Newman having Walter and Dante there at the same time was kind of weird for me, I guess. I feel like we haven't even seen a lot of Newman and Dante's interactions or Newman and Walter's interactions, maybe one date. But I feel like the way they edit this show is so weird to me. Like, first of all, y'all need to have either longer, I'm not gonna say y'all need longer episodes, it only needs to be an hour, but y'all need to have longer seasons because there is so much being missed, so much not being understood about some of these relationships. And now we're already to the meet your friends portion. And then next week we're gonna be meeting exes. And I just kind of feel like the shit is moving too fast and y'all are not really showing us anything. I'm confused. Okay. Thank you, Jessica Gilbert, for the super chat. Frank and Aisha must have fizzled out by now. We don't see them talk about each other anymore. The show is not showing what they should. Exactly. We never even saw when that happened. We just kind of heard them talk about it and then move on. This season is terrible, right? It really is. Phil meets with Aisha, Tisa, and Shiloh's friends, okay? He seems to dress differently for each one, which I thought was hilarious. He had his hat to the back with Aisha. Then he had on like a suit with Tisia. And then with Shiloh, it was more of a laid back, but, kind of like casual, relaxed type of vibe. And I was just kind of like, dude, even though I like Phil and there is nothing wrong with the way he is, dating multiple women, but the way he showed up differently for each one makes me feel like he's not being genuine in some form. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what that is. Ticia, what about Ticia, girl? What do you feel? Tell me. Phil is not giving a pecking order to his choices. And I honestly like that because I feel like too often these men let these women punk them into giving a pecking order. If I don't want to tell you the order that y'all are in, then I don't have to tell you the order that y'all are in. Wait for me to make my decision. And then you can find out what order y'all are in. You know what I'm saying? But I also understand as a woman wanting to know how much to give and how much to hold back. But that's when women need to realize we need to have things we wait for before we give up information. You know what I'm saying? He did give a pecking order. Did he? Because it felt like he didn't. And he said he didn't either. So I don't know. Ladies Lounge. So Sabrina, he said it's Shiloh, Aisha, then Ticia. Okay, well, I missed that part. Ticia be real aggressive with her limited connections. she really does. Human saying Dante held my hand, Walter didn't was weird because how was Walter supposed to hold your hand from the other side of the table? Exactly. It was very weird. Phil might not be giving an order, but I think his order is Aisha, Shiloh, Aisha, and then Ticia. I mean, I guess we'll have to wait and see. So Sabrina says Sean failed. He's in the bottom. We all know that. Phil is very popular, and Ticia seemed more bothered than she was letting on by that. Like she didn't know how many other dates he was going on. Newman doesn't have discernment. She doesn't. She really keeps going for all of the fuck boys. Phil has understood the assignment of not being boxed in. He definitely gave the pageant answers. I believe so too. Okay? Is your sweater pink or mauve? It's mauve. So yes, Cornelius is at the bottom because Camille has claimed him as her own. And then she got the nerve to make faces when the ladies pointed it out. Like, bitch, you know that's what this situation is. What is you doing all of that for? Come on now. Ticia says Cornelius may not be as sure as she is. And I was just like, Ticia, what does that mean, girl? What you know that we don't? Aisha and Zadia get into it because Aisha says everyone should, shrink their numbers down. And Zadia says, well, I'll shrink when I want to shrink. And it was like, okay. Sydney says, well, she feels like, the men are being stretched a bit because they are trying to get, to know her as well. And she's coming in later. So it does feel like everybody's kind of scrambling. They feel a little rushed. And Zadia kind of rolls her eyes and makes faces. And there was somebody else, I feel like Sabrina, who did that too. And I was like, Sabrina, why are you making faces when the new girl is saying that, it feels like the guys are being stretched because they're also trying to get to know me and I'm newer to the situation. Oh yes, when Camille started, was it? Yeah, it was Camille that imitated Aisha, wasn't it? Because she was like, they call her the New Yorker or whatever. That shit was funny to me. I ain't gonna lie. Camille is very likable as a commentator on what everybody else is doing. In her own situation, it was just like, girl. But back to Zadia. Zadia says, like I said, Zadia was making faces. And Sydney says something like, what's the problem, girl? Like, what is the issue? And Zadia says, well, first of all, my name is Zadia, and so you can call me that. It's like, oh my God. Aisha says, listen, you can't keep saying little slick shit. And when folks respond to you, you want to get mad. Basically, you were sitting here making faces and little slick comments this whole time. And a girl asked you what the issue is. And now you want to jump bad. And Ticia jumps in and says, listen, nobody is asking you to make a decision on who you want to be with today. Why are you acting like that? All she said was a general, we need to shrink the numbers down and we need to discuss who's going home. Why was Adia taking this as people personally telling her that she needed to get rid of one of her choices when nobody was really saying that? It was just weird. It was really, really weird, you guys. Zadia equals Wendy Osefo's first season. She thinks she's above the girls. I don't know why she would think that. Y'all are all on the same show. Zadia and Camille are friends in real life, so not too surprised with their crazy asses. Child, it was weird. Like, what was wrong with Zadia? Like, it definitely felt like either they're editing something out, we missed it. Like, bitch, I don't even know. She wanted a moment. Camera time is key. Did we really need that? Like, this whole season has went by without you getting very much camera time, Zadia. Like, this is not that show. I'm sorry, but honestly, the people who get the most camera time are the people who go on the most dates, it seems like. Not the people that give us the most drama unless you crazy like Camille. I don't know. Zadia with her response, sheesh. Excuse me. She was making me uncomfortable. Like, I didn't even know what to say. I was just kind of like, so are you mad or nah? Somebody says Zadia is just there to promote her athletic line. They keep talking about when they talked on the phone. Right. Very stank. Okay. If Zadia randomly acts like that, I feel bad for who she ends up with. Zadia's energy was off this episode. She usually seems so cool and then boom, attitude. Honestly, I have picked up off that little attitude from her before, but I hadn't seen it like this. So I wasn't really sure. But anyway, y'all know that Team LASHAE and Peja Amari and Just Move Supplements are doing Cyber Monday sales. They did a Black Friday sale where it was like 40 to 50% off. I ordered so much shit. I have to send this jacket back though so I can get a bigger size. But yeah, y'all make sure y'all use my link because I got a whole bunch of little cute shit and I'm excited. But yes, y'all, Zadia meets, I just got the email. That's why I was saying this Cyber Monday sale is going on. Zadia meets with Cornelius and Ticia meets with Sean. Sean shares not liking Sabrina's friends questioning him. And I was just like, you know why men like you don't like being questioned? Because you know that you're going to fuck up. You're going to fall short. You're not going to be able to answer the questions as you should because you're perpetrating, because you're pretending as if you have more than you do. And then when people actually like pinpoint question you, you try to give little tidbits of information. So that way on the back end, it won't seem as if you lied. You know, you don't like direct questioning because you can't, dance your way around it and kind of give a lie. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, now Cornelius likes Zadia. It was her and Camille since when? I did not know that. Apparently, he felt like that. And I was like, you really think Camille and Zadia, who are supposed to be friends, are about to be like your final two choice? Boy, bye. Anyway, I feel like Zadia is keeping Cornelius on the show for her friend Camille. Anyway, Sean hasn't caught up to the speed of this dating process. He says the date with Sabrina's friends made him not want to continue. And, Sean says that, maybe he doesn't communicate until, no, he says he doesn't communicate until he really gets to know you. And I felt like that was problematic. What the fuck does that mean? You don't communicate until you really get to know someone. How do you really get to know someone if you don't communicate? Inquiring minds want to know, make it make sense. And if you think that I'm not a real G, you got me fucked up. So let me know. Make it make sense for us, Sean. Because really, it sounds like you don't want to be asked questions that you can't figure out fast lies to. That's what it seems like to me. Okay? I'm going to just go ahead and say that. Okay? When I saw Phil go on those 3 meetups with the friends, I was like, Bondi is right. He's a player. I'm just telling y'all there was something. Well, listen, I want to be wrong. We're going to see. Sean should have never been casted. He's not ready to be a full adult, let alone in a relationship that could potentially result in having children down the line. He's 44. Down the line where? Where's the line going? Like, what is going on? He was too scared to say anything. Who was too scared to say anything? I don't see any chemistry either. That's why I feel like it's bullshit. I'm going to just say this. Yeah, no, I'm not really feeling any of it. I'm not feeling any of it. I feel like whatever the chemistry is, whatever that might be, I'm not seeing it on the show. I think Dante and Phil want Shiloh. Sean is emotionally vapid. Yes, he is. Phil has never had that much attention from women. He loves this show. Sean is an oxymoron. He thought he would just date on camera. Not how it works. He wasn't calling and FaceTiming like the others, right? Sean childish as fuck. I can tell he pissed away his romantic life in his 20s and 30s. Aha. And a lot of you niggas be mad when y'all get older and realize, damn, I should have been forming, these bonds so that now that I'm older, it won't be so hard. But no, y'all wanted to be out there fucking over people. So now be lonely. And bitter old black men, like a lot of y'all turn out to be anyway. Like, y'all be out here acting like black women are the only ones dying alone. Nigga, if we dying alone, so are you. Okay? Like, the difference between y'all and us is we don't give a fuck. Okay? Zadia and Camille are friends for real. No wonder. They both seem like they like being wanted, but not serious about being in relationships. Yes, they want to be coveted. They want men to be crazy about them, but they don't actually want to like put forth the effort on their end to show these men that they're serious about them. Come on, bitter black men. I mean, come on now. Like, think about it. I think it's so funny the way people are always referencing your bitter aunties who don't have a man, as if y'all don't know buku, bitter, alcoholic, just completely, not a catch uncles. Okay. Like, I'ma just tell y'all, like, these niggas do not know. Like, if they don't have a woman, it's like they don't know what to do with their life. It's like they don't know what to do with their life. I do not often see black men living successful, happy, single lives when they're older. I don't see it. If they have a woman, the situation is fugazi in some aspect. They don't really want to commit. They don't live together. The man still doesn't have his shit together the way the woman has her shit together, if there is a situation like that. But I know a whole bunch of bitter, angry, old ass men that are by themselves. And if it were not for the women in their families who help take care of them, they would be locked in a fucking house somewhere or wherever, or living with their mammies or whoever else. No shade, no tea, no shade. But black women, I'm sorry, when we be by ourselves and single and y'all call us the bitter aunties and all of that, which I'm saying us like I'm single because I'm not. But, I still see myself as the, like, the auntie that I'm the auntie, bitch. I'm not the mama. I'm the auntie, but that's okay. Okay. That's okay. But I still feel like they try to act like black women are just, oh my God, so bitter and angry to end up alone. And it's like, I know buku bitter, know nothing, do nothing ass old black men too. And the black women still be doing better. The black women still have them a nice little job, a nice little 401k, a nice little friend group, a nice little house decorated nice. Okay, nice little core. All right, nice little mid sedan. Okay, mid-range sedan or something real cute. Saved her money up, got her a nice little BMW, nice little Benz. Okay, she might even drive around in her Nissan Maxima. Okay, but she all right. And she good. And she go on vacations, okay? And you see her and her homegirls going on old bitch girl trips all the time, traveling all over the place. You don't know what to do. Auntie is gone, okay? Catch me around the holidays, nephew. Okay, listen. I don't know what y'all talking about, niece. Niece, I don't know what y'all talking about because I think it's so funny the way they try to act like, where are these men? What do you assume that all of the black men that end up bitter and single at the end of life because they have not put forth any meaningful effort into relationships in their younger years? What do you think, they go and find white women to be with or something like that? Because that's what y'all want everybody to think, right? That we should be running to be with you, know nothing, do nothing ass men. Because if not, y'all are gonna go and find some stupid ass white girl who's gonna want to do all of these dumb things for you. Bitch, have the struggle. Bitch, you wanted it. You white women, you wanted to win the struggle Olympics. You wanted that black dick. Please take all of the toxicity, bitterness, and ashiness that comes with it. Cheers. Because Auntie is moisturized at all times. Listen, I don't be on girls' trips. I do go on retreats with my Bible study group. Super fun. First of all, that's the same thing. Listen, I have been on many a church group, child. It's the same thing. Some part of it gonna be messy. Some part of it, y'all gonna be crying from some good shit. Sometimes y'all gonna be crying from some bad shit. But all in all, everybody's gonna have a good time. And they're gonna go take it back to the house and put their pictures up and be like, child, we know we had a good time on that trip. Same difference, girl. Okay, listen. The church trip and the Bible trip, in the girls trip, same thing, girl. Same thing. I just bought my ticket today for this New York girls trip. Woo, y'all. I hope we have fun. I think we will. See, the thing about it is, child, we're not even talking about this show no more. I need to hurry up and go because I'm supposed to be talking about something else. But I had a bad experience with a girls trip. Like the first time I did a girls trip in my 20s, it was a terrible experience for me. And so ever since then, I have not felt very hopeful about it. I have only been going on vacations with my mens, girl, okay? Or my mama, but my mens for the most part, all right? Me and Lyric have, we love a good vacation, child. But my friend that I'm going on this trip with, it's probably the first time in my adult life that I've been friends with somebody like her. Which I feel like is really my speed. Like that's my girl. Like as far as how we get along, our taste, and what is acceptable for us. Okay. So because of that, it's I know that we'll definitely probably have a good time, but I'm still nervous about it because this is a traumatic experience. Okay. Oh my God, it was a traumatic experience. It's they just really wanted to dislike me for some reason. I don't know. And it's not like they didn't know me. It's not like we hadn't been hanging around each other, but we go on a trip and all of a sudden everybody wants to be judgmental. Everybody wants to, me. Everybody wants to argue with me about everything. Everybody, wants to talk about how, I'm just as big as this one over here. And I'm like, oh, I am? Okay. I have love for those women, but let's just be clear. We wouldn't be having the same conversation today. Okay. Because y'all all thought I was going to be fat. No disrespect to the big girls, because I love y'all. And everybody should be comfortable doing what they want to do. But when I tell you, so many people have said shit to me like, oh, Bondi girl. Like when we was growing up, when we was in high school, we thought by the time you got to this age, you would have blew up. Because you was always, on the thick side. And you know what I be like? Oh, yeah, bitch. Well, I'm 33 and you can kiss my 4-pack. How about that? Bitch. Okay, trying to put extra weight on me in my older years. The fuck? Child, I be doing it for my haters all the time. What? All the time. But anyway, child, listen. Child, listen. It was tough. Y'all gonna give me some more y'all New York recommendations in this next video. But I'm gonna go and I'm gonna go see why my dog has been barking, check the door to make sure I don't have any packages, and I'm gonna be right back for Real Housewives of Potomac and Portia's Family Matters, okay? I love y'all. I love when we do this. It don't even be about the show. Just come talk to me, bitch. Okay? I love y'all. See y'all in a few.